Hello and welcome to Firewatch, a nice little short game where well, you'll see soon enough. I've already seen a playthrough of this ages ago, so I have a sort of somewhat idea of the overarching story, but I don't remember all the details, but let's just get into it. And let's go back and then start a new game again so that the save slots will appear. Campo Santo presents, in cooperation with Panic Inc. Boulder, Colorado, 1975. You see Julia. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. You are drunk. So, what's your, major? Because the other one didn't seem like we were able to cobble a sentence together. You slur the word major and it smells like cores. Give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says, and I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours? She asks. She sniffs the air. Toxicology? Was that a burn, you ask? She says definitely. Where'd she hurt your feelings? She asks you if you want to split a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. Shouldn't we just keep that in? Very well. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Julia wants to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's a badass. Well, if she wants the beagle, she gets the beagle. You pick up the beagle and she names him Bucket. Bucket's a good dog, and a week later you've totally forgotten about the other one. Uh-oh. Julia loves him. You love him too. 1979. You talk out on the deck. It's summer. 9:30 p.m. and the heat still radiates off of the high desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Kids? They're not very smart, or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have some. A couple little idiots. That would be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. Oh, we got our... See, we could have just put it like however you want. Is there a "you are here" sign? See one. You're in their country. Learn to live with bears. Do not forget to check in. No fireworks. Warning. Thoroughfare trail is not recommended for inexperienced hikers. Well, I know how I'm dying. Hey, it's a pretty place to perish in. 1980. It's a Thursday night and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. You get mad or you ignore her. Now, I don't know how he defines mad, if that means he starts yelling and stuff, so let's do the safer, more peaceful of... It's not... Talking would be the smart play, but I don't know how he's gonna react if I pick mad. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. 1981. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. Very nice. Why, thank you. Alley-oop. Oh, I almost lost an eye. Two forks. Fire lookout. You're not supposed to look straight at it. 1982. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking Bucket at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Bucket gets kicked. But fuck. Dog, Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she is stressed. You confront the attacker. You scare him away or you beat his goddamn face in. While I would prefer to do that, that's assuming that we get out of it okay. I don't know if this is the safer option. You reach into her pocket like you've got a gun and threaten to kill him. You manage to scare all three of you. He runs away. Julie asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay. You don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job. Associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Convince her not to take the job or agree if she commutes back and forth. We're not going to tell her not to take the job. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. Tell her not to pass it up if that's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. I'm guessing, I don't know America's map, so I'm guessing since it's flying back and forth 3 times each semester, that the commute wasn't like something you do in a car every day, which is what I think of when I hear commute. 1985. Julia sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it, or you make macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. Let's not. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they're worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She is 41. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. It's like one of my big fears. Looking good. Oh, can I? I was not quick enough to read that. Bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. 1987. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She's devastated. She's sent home on permanent medical leave. Some days, you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days, you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family. They are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. 1988. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple of months. You decide to move her into a full-time care facility, or you're determined to take care of her by yourself. It's a tough one. I don't know how much danger she gets into, but let's try and care for her ourselves. It is impossibly hard. The worst is when you get mad at her, like when she tries to cook her own food. You can't do anything without her, and she can't do anything without you. When she goes to sleep, you stay up for a few hours, drinking on the deck, watching baseball in the summer, college basketball in the winter, drinking then too. You start going out after you put her to bed. The first time you do it, you worry about her getting up and walking around while you're gone. Put a chair in front of the bedroom door, or you trust that she sleeps like a rock. Well, what you should do is maybe not go out. That would be the smart thing. I'm not gonna see that would be the safer one, but it also means that we're locking her inside her room, that's not. You go to the same bar at the boring end of Pearl Street. It's nice there. Over time, you tell Sheila, the bartender, everything. It's a huge weight off. You're home and in bed by 1 a.m. a couple nights a week. You look forward to those nights. 1989. One night you are stopped at a DUI checkpoint. You blow a .10 and are taken to jail for the night. You consider trying to hide it, but you tell your sister-in-law Susan. Julia's parents take the next plane from Australia. They can't believe the state your house is in. Then they tell you Julia is coming to live with them. You don't argue. You say you'll visit soon. A few weeks go by. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. And here's our job. I'm very thankful for the railings. Here we go.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Ahoy, ahoy.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So, what's
3
wrong with
points.
you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
Yeah, you've
Okay,
killed 3 ex-husbands.
You've killed 3 husbands. You're a black widow and you're just out here until the heat dies down and then you'll kill again.
Ooh, very good. Bravo, Henry.
Can't open that for some
Okay,
reason.
I sleep now?
Not quite. Now you.
Okay, good night, bye.
Let's see. I don't know anything about you. I say you got fired from your job and have finally decided to write your novel. That's the sort of bullshit reason you'll find a man out in the woods.
Good night.
Welcome to the job.
Thank you, thank you. And here we are at our typewriter.
Morning, Henry. Well, I guess good afternoon. You probably slept like a rock. Anyway, there's still a few hours of daylight to get some work in. I can see you at your desk, so call me when you're ready.
Wait, how can you see I'm at my desk? Are you the pine cone? Can I read? Oh, this is gonna be difficult enough for me to read. Never mind on an angle. April 28, 1989. Tomorrow's the big day. Was going to drive out today, but there's a guy coming by from the university to grab another box of books, and he was a real pain in the ass about doing it before I left. Means I get to catch the Nuggets game tonight. Not that Phoenix isn't going to take this series in 3 straight. There's always next year. Not sure I'll get another chance to write until I've settled in. I'm pretty sure the drive up to Lander is going to wipe me. May 1st, 1989. Hiked in last night, got lost a lot on the way here. And then met my boss, Delilah. Real piece of work. Hopefully we don't have to talk too much. There's supposed to be an extra O, isn't there? They know English better than I do. I don't know why I'm even questioning it. Maybe I'm just grumpy from lack of sleep. Didn't get a wink last night and was pretty sure there was a bear sniffing around my tent. Actually made a good fire last night and flipped through Julia's journal. I still feel weird about having it, but Susan thinks it's a good way to, what's the word she used? Stay connected to the real Jules. But I was sitting there looking at it and I don't know, thank you, if it's a good idea for me to keep doing that. Didn't feel good, and yeah, like I said, I didn't sleep great after that, but it was probably the bear. Alright, it's late afternoon and I gotta check in with the boss. Could you, no, that's making it worse. Oh, I think it says, I imagine, so, but then I imagine I won't have a hell of a lot to do. There we go.
Hey, sorry, guess I slept in.
You got a relaxing, 14 hours of sleep? Whew.
Yeah, Jesus, I guess it's what, 6?
6:45.
Whoops.
Don't worry about it. That hike puts everyone out of commission for a day or two. But now that you're up, let me quickly get you acquainted with the job. There's a thing in the middle of your room with a round map on it. Do you see it?
Why can I not
Okay,
open
yeah,
any
I
of
see
my
it.
desk drawers?
This is the Osborne Firefinder, invented in 1914 by W.B.
Osborne?
You use this to spot, you guessed it, What the fuck?
What is it?
Nothing. You use this to... Oh, fuck me!
Good God, language, lady.
Out your west-facing window. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
West is...
Are those fucking fireworks?
Whoa, that's not legal, right?
No. You need to get down there right now and stop them. Fire danger is through the fucking roof.
Is that really my job?
Your job is whatever I say it is. Look, the closest ranger is like 2 days away. Go down there and set him straight.
Do I write him a ticket?
Easy there, Dirty Harry.
Well?
Get going. You'll probably need a rope to get down the shale between you and the lake, if I remember right. There should be one in the supply box on the way. The code is 1234. It's actually that for all of them.
Secure.
Shut up.
Let's see. What? So is the little arrow part means that we're looking... No, that one does not move. I think we're in the right direction if we can just, not walk into rocks and trees and what have you. I don't know how linear this is. I don't know if I can get on a completely wrong track, because this feels like this is where you're supposed to go. So can I just run over, like... Can I even... Because this doesn't feel like where I'm supposed to go, but is that fine? Now we're supposed to go that way, so can we go this way?
Wow, there's an old, I think it's called a medicine wheel out here?
Yeah, it was made by Crow American Indians hundreds of years ago. There are lots of small ones. Have you ever been to Medicine Wheel Monument over in the Bighorns?
Well, I sure haven't.
Well, it's worth a 3-hour detour on the way home in August.
Neat. I'll keep it in mind.
It's amazing that it's not been ruined by people. The time it takes... Oh, dead end? Ah. I was gonna say, the time it takes me to get over there, they're gonna light this entire forest on fire. So we can't go slightly off course.
I take it you fell prey to the Forest Service's big recruiting effort? When it comes to, how the hell you ended up out here?
I saw the job in the paper and figured, what the heck?
What the heck? I've got no ties and no life. Better go spend what's left of it in utter loneliness.
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah, thanks to last summer, the bump in Forest Service budget actually allowed for us to advertise for the job. Glad it worked.
What happened last summer that accounted for this, windfall?
Jeez. I mean, the federal government almost let Yellowstone National Park burn to the ground? Ring a bell?
I wasn't employed there.
Yellowstone
I
is,
swear.
15 miles away? Why would they do that?
Well, the short story is that for 60 years, we got very good at not letting forest fires happen. And then about 15 years ago, they decided that forest fires in wilderness areas like Yellowstone should be left to burn. So that's what they did. I can't believe you didn't hear about this. There were reports that the entire park was gone. Dan Rather telling the country that President Reagan didn't care on the nightly news. I mean, what the hell's he gonna do? Smoke jump in and snuff one out for the Gipper?
So what should they have done?
I don't even know. By the time the Yellowstone folks realized the little fires weren't gonna burn themselves out, 100,000 acres were gone. It's Yellowstone, People don't want to touch it. But we touch it every single day. But hey, I got a 30 cents an hour raise because we can't have another fiasco. Like the goddamn park can burn down again.
This vista is incredible.
Which one?
Down the hill from my tower. There's a
I'm glad you
canyon
know
and then
where
the
you
rest
are,
of-
because I haven't the slightest
Well,
idea.
Everything.
Yeah, you should see what I'm looking at. An eagle has been hovering over this gorge for the past hour. And maybe if you're good, you can come by and see it at the end of the summer.
I'm not sure I'll survive that long. Here we go. Just a quick little doodle. The 7th of July, 86. Ron. Hey man, couldn't take it. Guy couldn't take it, so I locked up his lookout and put some stuff in the box. Found one of those bars you liked. Hiking into the park, but let's get fucked when I'm back. Dave. Sure, let's keep that.
People just stuff these things with old food? That's how you get bears.
Where's that?
I'm at the cash box.
Let's eat it for forest safety. Surprised they haven't run out of fireworks yet. It's down here, right? Yes. Over on this thing that I thought was a stump.
Hey, there's a tree out here that's been ripped to hell.
And?
Don't you think that's, disconcerting?
Henry, there are 500-pound grizzly bears out here. They sharpen their claws on trees.
We don't have grizzlies in Colorado. People killed them a long time ago.
Well, in the thoroughfare, they hunt people, they kill people, they bury their bodies, and then come back weeks later to eat them because they prefer rotten meat. People just disappear.
Don't you think that's disconcerting?
No, Henry, that's life.
I'm gonna try my best not
Christ,
to
lady.
look like a tree.
No! Oh.
Yeah, I did need a spine anyway.
Hey,
What the hell's wrong with you?
my rope snapped coming down the shale slide.
You didn't break anything, did you?
No, I think I'll make it.
Well, be careful for Christ's sake.
No, more rope then, mayhaps? Does seem like the fireworks have died down, so can I just go back to my safe little tower? Okay, here we go.
It is a hell of a nice camping spot down here by the lake.
I haven't been down there in years, but yeah, Jonesy Lake area is perfect.
Finding a bunch of empty beer cans. They threw them all over hell.
The idiots down at the lake?
Yeah, them. I just found where they're hanging out.
I'm gonna make so many cents of all of these. I'm gonna buy half a pack of gum.
They left half a bottle of whiskey. Decent stuff.
Drunk pyromaniacs. Fucking great.
Oh, look, they decided to have a campfire, too.
You know, they color-coded the fire danger signs in case people were illiterate. But I guess that doesn't take into account just plain stupid, does it?
What do you know? People with shitty manners drink shitty beer.
What, you don't like a cold Musqua Light on a hot day?
No, I do. But then again, I didn't say my manners were any good. Better than these fucking litter bugs, though, that's for sure. Found the fireworks. They didn't even try to hide them.
Ugh. Well, confiscate them.
Yeah, I'm sure that's enough.
Well, I put out their fire.
Man, I would have named that forest fire something good, too.
Hey, I can always restart it.
No. I think your first instinct was the right one.
They left their packs tied up here.
Don't fuck with them. The last thing we need is some hikers filing a report about harassment.
Well, they left their clothes out to dry. It looks like 2 people. What if they're naked?
Won't that be exciting? Look, they're obviously still there, so tell them off and then head back.
I found a bra.
A nudie pyromaniac. Remain professional.
I don't think we need to report every single pair of clothing we find.
I found them in the lake, naked.
Skinny dipping.
Yeah.
Is that a guy over there?
Oh boy. Enjoy dealing with that.
Don't pull any more shit or you're fucked, alright?
That was a little bit more
Who the hell are you, creep?
aggressive than I was expecting.
Lonely guys who likes to boss people around.
Why do guys think it's all right to just stare at? Whoa, hey, put that down.
It's my music now.
Seriously, it was expensive.
Fucking cool it with the fireworks.
Please just put it down. We won't light anymore.
This guy's creepy,
Ha, you probably have a tiny dick. Thank you. Now leave us alone.
You're a creep.
Total creep.
Go get a girlfriend, creep. Can we just get out of here? Hey, where's he going?
Whoa, hey.
What?
Did you mess with any of our stuff?
Was I not supposed to leave?
Can we go?
Shit. Let's
Al-
go
also,
to the
if-
other side of the lake. Later, Skeezer. We're gonna
If you're
tell
drunk, you
everyone
probably
there's a
shouldn't be
pervert
in the
here.
water.
Hey, that go okay?
It's done.
Let's not say
Well, that's
hope they drown.
ominous.
That's
Hopefully there won't be any more
no,
trouble.
they're just teenagers.
Good. Thanks for
Even
going
though
down
they
there.
almost burned down the entire thing. So I have no idea if I'm going the right way. As my feelings were hurt by their mean words, I just wander off into the forest.